luxury. Luxury. They can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, his head hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my crocs, these luxury.
Boy.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA, I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off the field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots for some high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por los míos, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer
happen overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
That ultra ground music, riding in the years, not used. Tighten up, you'll lose. I approve. I bet I stamp and approve. Straight ultra ground make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You need a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Real quick. 1st and 10.
Report! I'm ready.
Here's Lewis, and he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Go ahead. Set up!
On the ground, it's Lewis. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
You.
Again, it's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. They had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Man in motion is Smith. A first down throw for Jackson. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go right and find his running back.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Jackson now.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
That is taken at the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable with Reed. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Back to throw, Jackson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
That's hard! And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll run it. Here's Lewis. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. One quarter in the books. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, ready? Here we go. Go.
Flacco. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over at their own 15.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Arthur Millette. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Here's Flacco. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
Flacco to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that ball incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Here's the rookie from Marshall, Rasheen Ali. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's Flacco to throw. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Come on, set! Go!
To throw is Flacco. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Throwing, Flacco. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Justice Hill, touchdown Ravens. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the set. 19 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60. 70.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. On the ground, it's Ingram. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
70 Lions.
Off the play fake. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A loss of 7.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At the 47-yard line.
There we go. Sack. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Ravens are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now Flacco. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They'll look to throw. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's complete to Watson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Now they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. Now a signal, a timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Let's go now.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Go!
And they try to get the spike, but they don't do it in time. And the first half comes to an end. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Devontae Smith there to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Brown. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's taken in. It's Rasheen Ali. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Flacco. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, wide open. It is Williams for the grab. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Flacco to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Here's Flacco. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Back to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now a give on the ground. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Let's go now.
Here's Flacco to throw. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for the record.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Cougar 19. Go.
To throw is Flacco. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing, Flacco. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here we go, set.
Now Flacco. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. And Buffalo 18. 60 back.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Viking 18. 18, Pioneer. 79 Bronco. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Mustang 19. Let's go now.
Back to the air one more time. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Back at 60. Go.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll look to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Justice Hill to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now right on the heels of the pick six, he is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the set. Trap 60, trap 60. Cowboy 80. Take off.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hut, hut.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Charlie Kolar.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yo,
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
65 track.
Flacco. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Sidney Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that'll set up 4th down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jackson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Ready, set, 19 line. Ready, 18 rattle, 18 rattle.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Ben in motion is Brown. Here's a run. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Eagles 34, Ravens 19. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
2nd down, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Got his man at the 6. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, ready?
They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that offensively, it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive. Your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
That one good for 29.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big-time play for Philly. 62 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
This is caught at the 2. And he is going to be out of bounds. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
The kick is good. It's the score, Eagles 41, Ravens 19. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10.
180.
One last shot now for Jackson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific